Well, we've developed a broad mission where we talk about feeding and connecting Asia. And I think that's a good starting point to describe the strategy of the company. When we talk about feeding Asia, we're really talking about very large-scale centralized kitchens. SATS runs these large-scale centralized kitchens probably better than any other company that I'm aware of, because we combine our ability to operate these very large-scale, capital-intensive kitchens with a cosmopolitan culinary expertise that's developed by the fact that we employ hundreds of chefs, all different ethnic backgrounds, to create authentic tastes. So we have, if you like, an R&D capability, which is the culinary expertise, and thus we also have the ability, almost like an industrialized capability, to manufacture fresh, high quality and safe food, but at a relatively low unit cost because of the scale at which we operate. So that capability gives us the opportunity to pursue a very fast growing segment, which is the growth of the demand for high quality, safe food across emerging Asia. So that means that capability we can apply to aviation catering, but we also apply it to non-aviations who require those same types of high quality, safe food at relatively competitive, low unit cost. And so we have kitchens across many airports across 12 countries in Asia, but we also have centralized kitchens that are dedicated to supplying food service companies in particular cities. And we've just started a joint venture with Wilmar to pursue that opportunity in China. Mm-hmm. The first facility, central kitchen, we will build together with Wilmar is going to be in Shanghai, in the Kunshan area. Mm-hmm. But it should be possible for us to progressively expand across the major cities in China with our partner to realize that opportunity. Similarly, we have aviation catering operations with our joint venture partners in Indonesia and India. Mm. And in both cases, we've started to supply not just aviation customers, but non-aviation customers from those big central kitchens. Mm. So I think you can see that in those three huge countries in Asia, plus many others like Philippines, Taiwan, etc., and of course Japan, which is a very large market as well, we have these central kitchens that we can expand to go beyond just aviation catering. Okay. And then when we talk about the second part of the strategy, connecting Asia, we're really talking about connecting people, obviously, who are traveling by plane and other modes of transport. We also run the cruise center here in Singapore. We're talking about connecting people, and we're also talking about connecting air freight. In the case of people, of course, we are running the apron operations, which helps the airlines move the planes between the airports, baggage, etc. We're also running the above the wing, so the passenger service is part of it. And now increasingly with digital capabilities, we have a role to facilitate the seamless movement of passengers around the region. Because we operate at so many airports, we can create that connectivity for the passenger and really make a big difference to their journey. And that can be both in the physical world, where we have people on the spot, but also in the digital world, because many journeys now begin and end digitally, with online boarding passes, booking, ordering of services like special meals on board, etc. And this is an opportunity that we think is a big opportunity for the company. The other aspect of connecting is air freight, as I mentioned. So many of us now are ordering our goods online through e-commerce. And just last year, in fact, e-commerce in Asia overtook the total value of e-commerce in North America. So Asia is already the biggest e-commerce market in the world, but it's growing even faster than the other parts of the world. So not only is it the biggest, it's the fastest growing, which is a fantastic opportunity because most of those goods need to be delivered relatively soon. If e-commerce is to compete with the high street, people aren't going to wait a month for things to arrive by ship. They want it, let's say, that weekend latest, if not next day, etc. Yeah. That means by definition it's coming by air. So we are the cargo terminal operator at many airports across Asia, and we see opportunities for us to provide other activities that can facilitate the growth of the e-commerce market. So here in Singapore, under construction, we have what we call our e-commerce hub, which we announced, where we would be taking the volumes from SingPost of their incoming mailbag sortation and parcel sortation on the airport, and we're combining it with our existing volumes and putting both of them through a dedicated, highly automated facility. I mentioned earlier about part of our strategy, our financial strategy, is to seek greater operating leverage by deploying a lot of capital. And this facility is just such a case. It's a unique facility. It's to our own design. It's been constructed in Germany and is now being assembled here at Changi Airport. And the facility will be able to handle all of our existing volume plus the volume of SingPost, as I mentioned today, times 4 in the future, without employing any more people.
Okay.
So that's a great example of what we mean by operating leverage. And the people that will work in that facility, instead of doing a lot of lifting and carrying, they're actually doing higher value roles because they're actually controlling the IT system that runs that highly automated facility. And so we can afford to pay them more. You know, they're obviously being retrained to manage the new machinery. And then I think that's the way forward, not just for SATS, but for many companies in Asia, is to do good things for the people because it gives them a career path that they wouldn't be able to get otherwise, and it gives them compensation that they wouldn't get otherwise. Do good things for our customers because we can make Singapore a very effective e-commerce hub, potentially securing its position as a logistics hub for Southeast Asia. And then of course do good things for our shareholders as well, because as the volume comes through in that new facility, we'll have improving margins and improving returns for our shareholders.